I'm Adrian, and welcome to Fight Scene Breakdown. Today we're taking a closer look at the fight between Captain America and Crossbones. What is important to demonstrate in this particular fight is that Crossbones has a significant punching advantage over Captain America. Therefore, the very first shot we see of Crossbones after the shield blows up is him performing a punch. To emphasize his strength, we then cut to Captain America flying through the gate and landing on the ground. Moments later, we cut to a close-up of Crossbones' arm, showing that he is packing some serious firepower behind those punches. We then cut back to yet another wide where Captain America flies into the air after receiving the hit. Once they begin to engage in some hand-to-hand fighting, a particularly commendable shot is the one right here. First is the staging. They are fighting in the background, heading towards the left, along with the camera, as things in the foreground are moving towards the right due to the camera movement as well as running passerbys. This adds a lot of depth and energy to the sequence. Secondly is the use of color to make our fighters stand out. The tables are white, the parasols are bright yellow and blue, while they stand out because they're dressed in such dark colors. Also, what's interesting to note is that the Russo brothers are using the common cinematic convention where your hero moves from left to right while your antagonist moves from right to left. It really does happen very often. Take note of it during the next fight scene you see. Captain America needs to bring down Crossbones as he is the leader of the unit that Cap and his team have been trying to take out. Extremely simple premise, and it makes great use of the video game trope of first having to face off against an army of disposable henchmen before making your way towards the final boss. Captain America is a trained, highly efficient warrior who is familiar with several combat styles and always makes use of that during his fights. In this particular case, his opponent is also trained, but ironically his greatest source of strength, his gauntlets, are also his greatest weakness since they give him limited mobility. As such, he mostly resorts to using the four basic punches in boxing: the jab, the cross, the hook, and the uppercut. Cap follows suit, but initially he is unable to keep up with him, and when he holds on to a block for too long, Crossbones responds with a headbutt and follows up with a classic uppercut. This knocks some sense into the captain as he is easily able to avoid the series of hooks from Crossbones, but doesn't begin to counterattack until Crossbones makes the very same mistake that the knife wielder from the warehouse fight scene in Batman did. Whenever you launch your knife strike hand forward, if you miss your target, you now become the target yourself. Captain America takes advantage of his outstretched arm and immediately cracks Crossbones' bones by hyperextending his arm and elbow, completely crippling his arm, and follows up with a swift side elbow. He rips off one gauntlet, but believe it or not, Crossbones is still in the fight with only one arm, which Captain America quickly dodges and applies the same concept he did to the right arm. He counterattacks when the arm is extended to the fullest. He then finishes him off with a devastatingly powerful spinning hook kick. For all intents and purposes, when you really think about it, Civil War is a martial arts film disguised as a superhero film, disguised as a political thriller, and despite being just a minor fight scene in this movie, which is chock full of them, it still manages to entertain. What did you guys think of the fight? Which fight would you like me to analyze next? Subscribe, and you can follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and brand new Facebook fan page, Godzillarex. See you next time.